Hey everybody, it's Charlie Jewett here with another financial tip today, and what I want to teach you about is something called arbitrage. Okay, now arbitrage, you've got to understand this, or things like home equity planning just won't make any sense to you. Matter of fact, wealthy individuals won't make any sense to you because when you look at wealthy individuals, they don't pay off their mortgages. Now, let's talk about this arbitrage concept. The two oldest ways of making money in the book are wholesale retail, buy low, sell high, and arbitrage, borrow low, lend high. It's what the biggest financial institutions in the world do, banks and insurance companies. And now you're going to understand why, and you can be like them instead of doing what they say. Now, let's say you borrow at $100,000, or you borrow $100,000 at 5%, and we're going to do interest only, just to make it easy to understand the math, because I want you to get this concept. Now, that costs you about $5,000 a year to service the debt and use the 100 grand. Well, if we invest that $100,000 at just 6% or just a 1% arbitrage or a 1% spread, it sounds kind of wimpy. But I'm telling you, banks and insurance companies spend billions to make a 0.5% to 2% arbitrage, and you're going to see why. Well, that makes you $6,000 a year because you're making 6% on the 100 grand, right? $6,000 profit minus $5,000 costs equals $1,000 net profit. Now, $1,000 net profit, and here's where we're going to start to see the magic and start to get some ahas. All right? $1,000 net profit divided by the $5,000 investment is a 20% rate of return. In this example, a 1% arbitrage is a 20% rate of return. How much money in your life would you like to be making 20% on? And we're starting to see why the banks do this and why people keep the home equity out of their home and keep it somewhere else and why insurance companies do this. Now, let's say it's home equity planning where we can just do some incredible things with tax deductions and then tax-free growth. Now, let's say you have $100,000 and we structure the mortgage correctly where it's all tax deductible. Well, that $5,000, that 5% on the $100,000 that it costs you to service that debt, that could be tax deductible. Maybe it only costs you a net of $3,500 a year. So $100,000 at 5% is supposed to be $5,000 a year, but you write it off your taxes, you take it off your income, only costs you $3,500. Now, if we invest this $100,000 in the one and only safe place for home equity, which is a maximum funded life insurance contract structured with minimum death benefit to lower the costs and get that internal rate of return really high, if we're earning a rate of return that's tax-free, look what happens. You're spending $3,500 a year to use the money, then you're making $6,000 profit minus $3,500 costs equals $2,500 net profit, and watch what happens, folks. $2,500 net profit divided by $3,500 investment to service the debt is a 71% rate of return. Have you ever wondered why people are out there saying everyone should be debt-free, you got to be debt-free, the main goal in life is to be debt-free, 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 debt-free? And the people that make the most money, banks and insurance companies, are literally clamoring over themselves to get into debt. They want you to put money in CDs and money markets and savings and checking and fixed annuities and indexed annuities and variable annuities. Just give us your money and we'll pay interest on it. They want as much debt as possible. Wouldn't you? How much would you like to pay every month if you were earning 20 to 71 cents profit for every dollar you paid? For me, I'd like to pay $5 million a month in debt if you're going to pay me 20 cents to 71 cents profit for every dollar. How about this? Here's how most people think of debt. When I ask them, do you love debt? I say, here's debt. I show up at your house and you give me $1,000 each month. You know, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, do you like that? Do you love that? No, I hate that. I hate that, Charlie. I don't like that plan. Let's change it a little bit. What if I show up every month, you give me $1,000, and I give you $1,100? Now do you like debt? Oh yeah, now I like debt. Well, would you like to double it? You give me $2,000 a month, I give you $2,200. Oh, now I'm really liking debt. What if you give me $20,000 and I give you $50,000? Charlie, now I love debt. What I want you to do, folks, is do what the banks do, not what they tell you to do. They tell you to pay down that mortgage for one reason, so that if you foreclose, they've got equity in it and they can sell it easily. We've seen it over and over and over and over again. If you do go into foreclosure, you want to owe as much as possible, because then you can short sale, or they loan mod you, or they work with you. They'll let you live there for 3, 4, 6 years without paying any bills or anything. Okay? So if you understand arbitrage, you can create wealth and you can do incredible things. So if I can help you in any way, give me a call, 888-285-2268, or email me at cjewett@cjewett.com. God bless you. I hope this helps.